Picture this. You are 80 years old. On a crisp autumn morning, you open your door and step outside for a walk. There is no cane, no helping hand. You climb a flight of stairs with a steady, easy grace, as if the years have barely touched you. This isn't a fantasy. It is the reward for just 2 minutes of your day. In Japan, home to the longest living people on Earth, seniors in their 80s and 90s still walk, climb, and live with inspiring independence. Their secret isn't found in expensive gyms or complex treatments. It lies in four simple, almost invisible exercises, practiced daily in hospitals and senior communities, not as rehabilitation, but as a form of prevention. What's truly powerful is that these movements do more than strengthen your legs or improve your balance. They sharpen memory, boost coordination, and rebuild the quiet confidence you need for everyday life. You may have seen exercises like these before, but today you will understand the science behind why they work, demonstrated step by step, and inspired by the graceful philosophy of Japanese aging. Before we begin, I would be honored to know where you are watching from. Please share your name and your location in the comments below. It means the world to me to know where your journey toward strength and freedom begins. Exercise 1. The one-leg stand. True balance begins not in the feet, but in the mind. In Japan, hospitals use a simple test to quietly predict two of the most critical factors in aging: your risk of falling and even your life expectancy. It isn't a scan or a blood test. It's simply this: how long can you stand on one leg? This may sound too simple to be meaningful, but the science is solid. A landmark 2014 study published in the journal Stroke found that individuals over 60 who struggled to balance on one leg for even 20 seconds had a significantly higher risk of small, silent strokes and diminished brain function. Why? Because balance is not merely physical, it is neurological. Standing on one leg activates your proprioception, your body's innate awareness of its position in space, and compels your brain, core, and stabilizing muscles to work in perfect harmony. In Japanese senior centers, this is known as kizoku, or sustained balance. Practicing it daily helps the elderly walk with a sense of lightness and mental clarity, often well into their 90s. This isn't just about preventing falls, it's about preserving dignity and independence. Balance, much like memory, can fade with age unless you actively train it. How to practice. Stand near a sturdy chair or countertop for support. Gently lift one foot about 3 to 6 inches off the floor. Hold this position for 10 to 30 seconds, only as long as you feel safe and stable. Keep your gaze forward and your spine straight, using your fingertips for balance if needed. Then slowly lower your foot and switch sides. Repeat this 2 or 3 times for each leg, once or twice daily. If you feel unsteady, begin with just 5 seconds and gradually build from there. The goal is not perfection, but progress. Over time, this simple act improves posture, strengthens ankles and knees, and reactivates vital coordination pathways in your brain. For an added challenge, once you feel stable, try closing your eyes or even brushing your teeth while balancing. In as little as 2 weeks, many people notice a newfound stability on stairs, curbs, and even slippery floors, without ever feeling like they're training. Exercise 2. The heel-to-toe walk. To many, this movement might look like a child's game, but in Japan, it is considered one of the most powerful tools for restoring a graceful, confident walk, especially after the age of 60. The heel-to-toe walk directly trains the cerebellum, the part of your brain that acts as a master coordinator for balance and fine motor skills. Research published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience has found that regular balance-focused walking can strengthen these neural pathways, improve the symmetry of your gait, and powerfully reduce the fear of falling, one of the greatest psychological barriers to healthy aging. When you move heel to toe in a straight line, your body is forced to make constant micro-adjustments. These small corrections awaken your core, glutes, ankles, and the deep stabilizing muscles that often lie dormant. It's like finely tuning your body's internal compass. In Japanese wellness programs, this is called ashi no shisei, the posture of the foot. It embodies grace in motion, and it's how many Japanese seniors continue to walk with such effortless lightness. This movement isn't just about how you walk, it's about how you feel when you walk. Confident, aligned, and in control. How to practice. Find a clear, straight path about 6 to 10 feet long. Stand tall, with your arms extended slightly to your sides for balance. Place your right heel directly in front of the toes of your left foot, as if walking on a tightrope. Take 5 to 10 slow, deliberate steps, with your heel touching your toe each time. Walk slowly, focusing on control. If needed, hover one hand near a wall or a chair. Once you reach the end, turn around and walk back. Repeat this path 2 to 3 times daily. This exercise strengthens the small stabilizer muscles in your hips, legs, and feet, the very muscles that prevent a fall when you step on an uneven surface. With consistent practice, you may find that walking on gravel, stairs, or wet pavement no longer feels so intimidating. This is more than a walk. It's balance training for the real world. Exercise 3. The half squat. In Japan, doctors often share a piece of wisdom. If you can squat, you can live independently. This isn't just a cultural belief, it's a scientific reality. The ability to lower and lift your own body weight is directly linked to functional independence, particularly after age 70. Research from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity shows that leg strength, especially in the quadriceps and glutes, is one of the strongest predictors of mobility, fall prevention, and even recovery times after a hospital stay. Squatting doesn't just build muscle, it activates your joints, improves circulation to the hips and knees, and preserves the range of motion that we so slowly lose with age. However, traditional deep squats can be harsh on aging knees. That is why the Japanese recommend the half squat, a joint-friendly version that offers the same profound benefits with far less strain. In senior centers across Tokyo and Osaka, half squats are part of the daily routine, often paired with breathing exercises to connect movement with mindfulness. Each repetition is more than just an exercise. It's a quiet act of resilience. It is a statement that says, I choose strength. I choose self-reliance. How to practice. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Keep your spine upright and extend your arms in front of you for balance. Slowly bend your knees, as if you are about to sit in an invisible chair. Stop at a comfortable point, roughly halfway down, and hold for 1 to 2 seconds. Then, push through your heels to return to a standing position. Repeat this 8 to 10 times, resting as you need to. Ensure your knees do not extend past your toes, and keep your weight in your heels. If you are unsure about your balance, simply place a sturdy chair behind you. This movement strengthens your thighs, hips, and glutes, the key muscles for standing up, walking, and rising from a chair. Performed consistently, it improves circulation to your lower joints, reduces stiffness, and builds the power you need for daily life, one controlled movement at a time. Exercise 4. Ankle rotations. We often focus on the big muscles, the legs, hips, and core. But in Japan, elders are taught to respect the smallest joint that carries the greatest responsibility, the ankle. There's an old saying in Japanese geriatric care, when the ankle weakens, the whole body follows. This is no exaggeration. Your ankles are your first line of defense against a sudden loss of balance, whether you're stepping off a curb or catching yourself from a stumble. A study in the Gait and Posture Journal confirmed that reduced ankle mobility and strength are directly linked to a higher risk of falling and a decreased walking speed in older adults. Ankle rotations help lubricate the joint, improve circulation, and reawaken the stabilizer muscles that support you during quick movements on uneven ground. In Japanese wellness culture, this simple motion is seen not just as a stretch but as a way of building foundational resilience. It is quiet, almost invisible, yet it trains the very reflexes that may one day prevent a fall, a fracture, and months of recovery. This isn't just a stretch, it is insurance for your mobility. How to practice. Sit comfortably in a chair with your spine upright. Slowly lift your right foot a few inches off the ground. Begin to rotate your ankle clockwise in slow, controlled circles 10 times. Then reverse the direction, making 10 counterclockwise rotations. Focus on creating full, smooth circles with your foot, not your entire leg. Keep your knee steady and let the movement originate from the ankle joint itself. Repeat with your left foot. Perform 2 to 3 rounds per side, once or twice a day. If you prefer to stand, hold on to a chair for support and rotate one ankle at a time. This movement enhances flexibility, strengthens the joint, and helps prevent missteps and injuries. Over time, you'll notice quicker reflexes, better balance recovery, and more confidence in every single step you take. A word of wisdom for your practice. From an expert perspective, these 4 exercises are safe, simple, and incredibly effective. But like any movement routine for adults over 60, they should be practiced with care and personal wisdom. If you are just starting out or have been sedentary, begin with shorter durations and always use support, a chair, a wall, or a railing, for stability. You are not training for a marathon. You are building a foundation for a functional, independent life. It is wise to be cautious or consult a doctor first if you have had a recent hip or knee replacement, suffer from severe arthritis, vertigo, or balance disorders, or are recovering from a stroke or a fall. Remember, pain is a signal from your body, not a challenge to be overcome. If you feel any sharp pain, joint locking, or dizziness, stop and reassess. These movements are most beneficial when done gently and daily, not intensely or quickly. In Japan, they are seen as maintenance exercises, like brushing your teeth, a small ritual to preserve your freedom to move, walk, and care for yourself with grace. Conclusion: the longevity choice. Imagine 2 futures. In one, your world is framed by a window. Every step outside feels like a risk. Stairs become obstacles. Your balance feels uncertain. Your world quietly shrinks, year after year. In the other future, you rise each morning with steadier legs and a clearer mind. You walk with purpose, not with fear. You move through your home, your garden, and your neighborhood without hesitation. You greet your grandchildren at the door, not from a chair. You are not just older, you are independent. That is the power of 2 minutes a day. These 4 Japanese exercises may seem small, but they retrain your body's most fundamental systems: balance, posture, joint control, and the vital connection between your brain and your muscles. They work not just on your body, but on your confidence, your clarity, and your connection to the world around you. In Japan, aging is seen not as a decline, but as a refinement. Seniors in their 80s and 90s are not simply lucky. They are intentional. They move every day, not to look younger, but to stay free. And so can you. If you have ever felt unsure on a flight of stairs, hesitant stepping off a curb, or afraid of what a fall might mean, this is where your comeback begins. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. All you need is consistency, curiosity, and 2 quiet minutes of your day. I invite you to choose one of these movements today. Just one. Try it. Feel it. Let your body remind you of what it is still capable. And if one of these exercises already helps you, please share your story in the comments. Your experience could be the very reason someone else decides not to give up. Remember, true longevity isn't about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. And that journey begins today, with the way you choose to move.